Got me playing. Anyway, if you're one of those 128 people in the world who've never heard of this toy quad, this is for you. You know who you are. This is probably the most fun, cheapest quadcopter out there, the Syma X5C1. This is the upgraded version, pretty similar to the first one, complete with HD camera for pictures or video. Now these quadcopters aren't expensive and they're relatively easy to fly once you get the hang of them. They have a 6-axis stabilisation system and also a 2 megabyte camera for taking pictures or recording. So in the box you get your quadcopter, your transmitter, a little SD card, and that just clips into the back. To read your SD card you also get a converter so that you can plug it into the USB port of any laptop or computer. You get your battery, you get a charger for the battery, USB, guards for your blades. You also get a set of spare blades, and where would you be without this one? You also get a screwdriver to put it together. The camera goes on the bottom of the quadcopter, just clips on, but it also has 2 screws. So if you open the hatch where the battery goes, you just place your screws through there to secure it. And the little clip goes in the side to supply the camera with power. 2 things you have to do, of course, before flying it. First is to charge the battery with the USB charger supplied. Then placing the battery in the quadcopter, closing the hatch. You'll also need 4 AA batteries for the transmitter, which go in the back. Once that's set, it's ready to arm the copter. Turn it on, lights will flash. That shows you that it's working. With the remote, power it on, and on the left, up and back, solid lights on the quad, and then when you've got power, it will take off. Let's have a look at the controller. On the left is the throttle. This makes the craft go up and down. On the right, we have a stick that makes it go forward or backward, and sideways to the right or sideways to the left. Also on the controller, we have a little LED display. This shows throttle. Turning the craft to the right to face the right for flight, turning the craft to the left to face the left for flight. And once again we have forward, backward and sideways to the right and sideways to the left. The button top left controls the sensitivity of the joysticks. The button top right will make the craft do a 360-degree flip while in flight. So you can actually see a little H to L there when you press the button on the left. So that changes the sensitivity of controls. These are your trim buttons, which you can alter to make sure the copter goes straight up and straight down. Or just both controls, hard right bottom. When it stops flashing, you've reset it more or less to a manufacturer's specification. This is your camera button. Click it up and it'll take a photo. Click it down and it will take a picture. Looking at the camera, it has a green light. It turns to red when a photo is taken, then off after the photo has been taken. So photo and then off. If you turn it onto video, it goes to red and then flashes while the video is being taken. Then once again, when you center your button, it turns the video off. The lights on the craft show the orientation while it's flying. The green is the trailing edge, the red is the forward edge. And this relates back to your controller so that you know on controller which way the craft's facing. So when you push the control to go forward, you know if red's forward, it will go forward. Of course, in flying these copters, when you turn them round, the controls then reverse. So what was left to left is now left to right. This does take a bit of getting used to, and yeah, you're going to prang it a few times, but ultimately you work it out and they're pretty easy to fly, as I said. As soon as I took it outside, pressed the button, up it went, small dot, had no idea which way it was oriented. So let's have a look at the camera and what that can do. I thought the best thing I'll do is just to take it down the park and do just some standard video with the camera that I've used to do this whole sequence, and then we can compare the video that comes off the little camera on the quad with the video that I've taken here. So what I'm particularly interested in is this billboard signs and the colour and clarity, that type of thing. So we'll fly the quad out, we've got it up here now, and you can see that the colours are fairly saturated. Unfortunately, this was a slightly different time of day. There was more sun, so it's not exactly comparing apples with apples. When we spun around there, you could see the red, the green on the tennis court. So coming into the signposts here and just flying it down, it's guesswork as to what you're getting because you can't see anything except the quad. So we'll just try and bring it up a bit, and there we've got the signposts there. So you can see it's fairly sharp. I mean, this is a toy. Don't forget, we've spun it round, we can see the signs there. So this is about the quality of the video. And in the back there, the tennis courts from the green to the red, fairly saturated colours. It is reasonably coarse pixel, but for what it is, not too bad at all. So flying up here, just a park next to it. Up again, there's the tennis courts in the background. And you can see the shelter there and Barbie there. I would suggest to buy some extra batteries and a charger. Not expensive, worthwhile to do. So, for well under $50 USA, what else can you take down to the park and have this much fun? Maybe a couple of bottles of cheap whiskey, but then you're going to feel pretty average for the next few days.